Hello, welcome to Dr. RS channel. Today we are going to talk about fasting and eating in fasting. So, Suhoor is the when we eat in the morning. That is, and when we eat in the evening. So it's kind of a morning is like a breakfast before sunrise, and at the sunset is the we call it Suhoor. That is a dinner actually. So it's very important that when we fast, we have to plan ahead of time that we want to eat well, and we want to eat the right stuff, right food. That is the most important, because it has to be healthy, it has to be fulfilling, because whole day long, this is a fasting month, whole day long I fast, and then at the end of the day, if I'm just eating junk, if I'm eating actually whatever comes on the table, because you're hungry whole day and you would just like keep eating. So it's very hard to resist. It's not easy. I tell you from my own control. I mean, sometimes you want to eat the fried food, sometimes you want to eat everything on the table. So first of all, don't put anything and everything on the table. So you have to be very careful, very selective. Then you can lose weight. I lost almost 5 pounds so far, and it's not easy, but I tell you, it's doable. Let's go on. So we have to be really very careful that what we eat is bringing a lot of energy for the whole day. Maintenance of our hydration is extremely important. A lot of time people get dehydrated and they faint, they are dizzy. So hydration is extremely important. Also, fasting, you have to be careful. If you have any medical problems, if you are diabetic, if you are hypertensive, you have to be extremely cautious. You need to talk to your doctor, because it's like if your body cannot tolerate the long fast, you don't have to do it. So we have to, as I said, we have to maintain the hydration, because if we are hydrated, we'll be actually will be thinking well. We also, during the fast, sometimes people say, you don't have to do any activities, you just sit on the bed or watch TV. That's not good. You need to carry on your day-to-day job. At the end of the day, sometimes it gets like it's get tough, but it's doable. Your body gets used to it. Body is very very flexible. God has made this flexibility in our body. We can actually that can tolerate, but again, depending on your health. If you have any medical problem, you don't take a risk, talk to your doctor. So what are certain key nutrients which we should include our meals? We call it Suhoor meals. What are those? I would say complex carbohydrate. It will give you sustained energy. Then proteins. Protein is extremely important. That is for your muscle health. You need protein. Then fibers for your. Sometimes we get constipated because we are not drinking enough water, or our limitation of the food. So constipation can be one of the problem during the fast. So to take care of that, you need to add fiber in your diet, and vitamins and minerals to support the whole body. I actually take multivitamin, and then I will take some other B12 if I think I need an extra thing. So you need to take vitamins. It's extremely important, but you have to have a balance. Again, look at that. It's a balanced meal. It has carbohydrates, proteins, fiber. We have to have a balanced meal. Also, we can have overnight oats with nuts and berries. Oats are actually one of the best. You can avoid the constipation. It is a full meal. It is so good for your heart. You won't believe that if you start this habit of eating oats, and you add some nuts and berries. Oh, it's a full meal now. Nuts have all the antioxidant, it has good fat, it has good carbohydrate, and berries is full of vitamins. And also berries are good to have to give you good memory. So imagine this overnight oats with nuts and meat, it can be the best meal possible one can have. It's full. Then you can also try whole grain wraps with scrambled egg and vegetables. Also, eggs are extremely important. I love eggs, and I tell people that if you want to keep yourself healthy, eat one egg every day or two, but it has to be organic, which or vegetarian fed hen eggs. It means that the hens has to eat also the vegetarian because if you are the food which hens are taking is also important. So vegetarian fed hen or organic eggs, one or two every day. So whole grain wraps, you can have this and wrap it up, add some vegetable. This can be also very good. Greek yogurt with granola or honey. Again, honey, as everyone know, I love honey. You can even take honey, 1 teaspoon in the morning, 1 teaspoon at the dinner time or suhoor time. You also will get a lot of nutrients. So this is some quick things I told you, which can be, because it's an odd time, you don't feel like eating anything at that time. It's like very early morning, like these days. I just like our breakfast is around like 5:30, around 5:30ish or 38. So it's a very early morning. You don't feel like eating anything at that time. But I think if we get this habit of getting up early on our regular days, trust me, that's a good time to get up. So as I mentioned earlier that, having granola bars or also oats are very important. Again, I'm going to stress a lot on water. Water is extremely important. You don't want to get dehydrated. You don't want to get dizzy. So extremely important water. If you want to keep yourself hydrated, some of the vegetables which are full of water, and cucumbers are one. Watermelon is another which is full of water. Celery has a lot of water, so you can add some of these fruit and vegetables in your diet, which will keep your body hydrated. Avoid high sodium foods. Sodium, if you are taking a lot of sodium, number one, it's not going to be good for you. Number two, it can actually elevate your blood pressure because it's going to increase your thirst. So that's really not a good thing to have a lot of sodium. So I'm going to suggest to take less sodium intake. But in some people who runs low blood pressure, and those patients need the sodium, but those patients should not fast without the doctor's advice. So you need to keep you need to go if you're having any symptoms, if you think that your blood pressure is running lower side, you need to watch your blood pressure and you need to see the doctor. Again, what are the things which you should avoid during the suhoor time? Highly processed food like hot dogs, all these processed meat, processed food. Try to eat those things which I mentioned earlier. Those will be the best one. Caffeine and sugar, they are going to increase your thirst. You will feel like you want to drink more water if you have in the morning caffeine. So try to avoid that. But I tell you one thing, in the beginning it was difficult because I usually take 1 cup of tea in the morning. So I was like missing that caffeine. Tea has much less caffeine than coffee. People who drink coffee, I think they might be having the withdrawal. So maybe before the fasting month, you should try tapering down your caffeine, because caffeine, body is used to getting the caffeine, and if you will not have the caffeine, you will start having headache. So I actually cut down my caffeine ahead of time, which was 1 cup of tea was not a big deal, but I started tapering out ahead of time. deep fried foods, as I mentioned earlier, we have to be very, very wise what we eat. We have to be very cautious what we eat. Whole day long, if I have fasted, and at the end of the day, if the fried samosas are in front of me, fried wraps are in front of me, or egg rolls, or all the fried thing, fried chicken or fried anything, they are very tasty. But trust me, in one piece, it will be maybe 1,000 calories, and it's like all, you don't want to eat. The fried foods are not good for their heart. So if we are sacrificing the whole day by not eating anything, and then at the end of the day, I don't want to ruin my whole day's sacrifice. So avoid the fried food. So what other things you should add in your meals are lean meat, eggs, plant-based protein like lentils, dairy and soya. Again, nuts are, everybody knows nuts are very important, but we need to have a balanced meal. We need to add protein. um, that's very important. Chicken or fish. So don't eat all the meals which have less nutritional value. We need to have a nutritional value, and by adding the lean meat, the egg, lentils, dairy products or soya, that's very important. Also smoothie, you can have the fruits and add some seeds in it. Chia seeds are very important. Hummus, and those are also will be very good for your intake. It's a really good meal if you are having hummus and vegetable sticks. Almond and barley milk are very, very fulfilling, and add some nuts and fruits in it. The people who have gluten intolerance, they can actually try almond and coconut milk. Also, they can add some more fruit and vegetable in their diet and meat. So again, I'm going to stress a lot on avoid those things which can actually are not good for you, which are actually can make your fast more difficult. Also, overeating is one of the major problem. People can have it because, as I mentioned in the earlier, that when I'm fasting whole day, that these days we are opening fast around like I would say 7:35 plus 36. Every day is at a different time. So at that time, trust me, sometime my husband said, let's go and pray first. I said, no, I'm going to eat first, because it's so difficult that time to resist the food. But I tell you one thing, at that time you need to drink water first, or start with the date. Date is a full meal also. Then give your body little rest, and then eat slowly. Chew well, because chewing is very important, because that will also help your reducing your appetite. You have to plan your meals ahead of time, so you are not eating haphazard. You are not eating the food which is not good for your body, and the whole day, the hard work you have done, you don't want to get wasted. I hope that this program was helpful for you. Enjoy rest of the Ramadan month, and all the best. Thank you for watching.